Well, today is our last day in the Black Hills. It has been a great few days here. There's so much to do here, it's just incredible. Today we're headed to Mount Rushmore via another scenic drive. We're gonna do Iron Mountain Road. But in the time we've been here, of course, we've done Custer State Park with all of its scenic drives, hikes, wild animals.
A lot to do just right here in the park.
Right, absolutely.
We actually have a playhouse right down the street from our campground that you can go see a show.
Yeah, we were really interested in that, but we're right in between shows right now, of course, bad timing. Also, though, in a really close proximity to the campground is Wind Cave National Park, which unfortunately is closed right now because their elevators are down.
Not offering any tours right now.
Right.
There's also Jewel Cave and the Crazy Horse Monument you can go visit.
Right.
Right here close to Custer State Park.
Right, within probably half an hour. You could use this as like a home base, and within an hour and a half to 2 hours drive, you can be in Spearfish, Deadwood, Devil's Tower in Wyoming, or
the Badlands.
Yeah, the Badlands if you head east. So it's kind of insane how much there is to do in such a small area here.
And there's a lot of great little towns around here. They have nice little breweries and places to eat. So if you're into those kind of things, there's also that here.
Yeah, definitely. We could definitely spend more time here. You could easily spend a very busy week here or a more relaxing few weeks here. But today we're going to go check out Mount Rushmore.
Yep.
So the cool thing about this Iron Mountain Drive is that you get views of Mount Rushmore from a distance throughout the whole drive.
Yeah, we're 5 minutes on the road and we can see Mount Rushmore off in the distance. Really cool.
There are 3 tunnels on this road, and apparently they all frame Mount Rushmore as well. So as you're approaching the tunnel, you can actually see the faces through the end of the tunnel.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, excited about this drive. Well, that was a wonderful drive.
That was an awesome drive. It really was.
Really enjoyed that.
Great views, nice curvy, windy road, tunnels.
But without the craziness of the Needles drive that we did yesterday.
Wide. We didn't have to pull mirrors in.
Yeah, it wasn't as
driving off the edge of the road.
It wasn't as congested as Needles. Needles had a lot more traffic on it, it seemed like. Anywho, we have made it to Mount Rushmore. It's a free thing to visit, but it is $10 to park, and it is not dog friendly. All right, well, that's Mount Rushmore behind us. Pretty cool to actually be here and see it in person.
Yeah, it's pretty impressive feat that somebody has accomplished here.
Not just somebody.
A lot of people.
Gustav Borglum, a Dutch sculptor.
And 400 helpers.
Yes, and 400 helpers built Mount Rushmore between 1927 and 1941. So it was a 14-year-long project.
Right, cost a little less than $1 million to do the first time.
$989,000 on the original carving. Now they did in the 90s spend $54 million building that whole visitor center around
the surrounding area here to make it more of a national park type.
And more of a tourist attraction to handle all the people to come to visit it. 90% of the sculpture was carved using dynamite.
Yep. And then the other part of it was called honeycombing.
Yeah.
They drill small holes in the block and then they chip it away. It's pretty cool.
Yeah, pretty amazing feat. Their faces are 60 feet tall, so their noses are about 20 feet top to bottom. Their mouths are about 18 feet wide. Some other interesting facts was what president was it that they found?
So Jefferson used to be to the, if you're looking at Washington, he used to be to the left of Washington, and they found some flaws or made a mistake.
No, there was flaws in the granite.
Yeah. So they completely blew it off the mountain and started over to the right of it. So
yeah, I think it was like, I think I read it was like 18 months worth of carving that they just blasted away and started over again. Pretty incredible. Yeah, really, really neat to see this in person and learn all about it.
Yeah, really awesome place for sure.
Just finished up at Mount Rushmore. A really fun couple of hours. You know, they've done a really nice job with the visitor center, and there's restaurants and ice cream and souvenirs and everything you can imagine. So definitely worth a visit. Well, we're doing Needles one last time. The plan was to go do a hike around Sylvan Lake, but in the Needles Eye Tunnel we got caught in a mountain goat traffic jam that was definitely the highlight of my day, I'd say. We did some pretty awesome things today, all right? Yeah, so I don't know if we'll still be able to do this hike or not, but that's all right. It was worth it.
Yeah, it's awesome.
Well, we went hiking without you guys. So we did the Sunday Gultch Trail, which is the #1 rated trail on all trails.
We did part of the Sunday Gultch Trail.
So the deal is that we didn't get here until 7, and it's a 2.9 mile trail.
It's almost 3 miles.
So we figured that should be enough time to get it done before dark, not understanding or realizing what kind of trail it was. How would you describe it? It was one of the coolest trails I think I've ever been on in my life.
It was like a rock scramble with a creek going through the middle, a pretty fast flowing creek going through the middle of all of it.
Right, so you're basically like hiking down waterfalls at times, sort of.
Over huge rocks and rough terrain. They had handrails, but it's still pretty slippery, pretty rough. Yeah,
they had welded handrails into the rocks, and without those, I don't think it would be possible.
That trail was not for the faint of heart, for sure.
Yeah, it was.
It looked like it would be a lot of fun. I wish we could have went all the way to the end.
Yeah, so we probably did half a mile of it?
Maybe half a mile.
Yeah, and it's straight down. And then we got to a certain point and we said, it's probably not wise to continue going forward. So we turned around and came right back up. So I think that from everything I've read online, that the section that we did is the really cool, fun part of the trail. So for only getting to do part of it, I think it's cool that we did the part we did.
Yeah, definitely don't bring your dogs. It's just too much.
Yeah.
Trying to manage the dogs and keep yourself from falling down is tough.
And I know it's a total tease to tell you guys how amazing and adventurous this trail is and not show you the trail, and I am sorry about that. I'm sure if you search for it on YouTube, somebody else has made a video of it. But better yet, just come to Custer State Park and do the Sunday Gultch Trail yourself.
Absolutely. Headed out of the Black Hills, Custer State Park area today.
It has been such a great stay. This is such a great area. Custer State Park, the first state park in the United States. It was formed in 1919, so this is actually the 100-year anniversary of Custer State Park.
Yep, and it's an awesome park. A lot of things to do here, a lot of great things to do here.
Yeah, agreed. So definitely put this one on your list. It's a must visit. It rivals a lot of the national parks in my opinion. It's got a lot to offer.
Yep.
So we've really enjoyed our time here. We hope you've enjoyed this video. If you have, please be sure to give us a thumbs up.
And if you want to keep following along, make sure you subscribe.
Thanks for watching, guys.
Thanks.